today we're gonna see what we can learn from the internet. And actually, put it another way, I'm gonna watch some TikToks and I'm gonna let you know how I think through these things as a lawyer. Without further ado, let's go. Well, yes, that's generally the experience with caffeine until you've had like 4 cups of coffee, 5 cups of coffee, and your Monster and your Red Bull, and then you're just having caffeine to feel somewhat normal. They say lawyers are over-caffeinated and angry. Yeah. The mildly disheveled, come on, we're people, all right? But look, when your lawyer does, despite being sleep deprived and handling 100 cases, when they still show up to do a good job for you, and they have some semblance of having it together, stick with that attorney. Being a creator and a performer in the music space, what I can say is that a bit of it does translate into being in a courtroom. The words you say are incredibly important, but how you say it, right? How you show up, what you are wearing, and whether it seems like you are taking it very seriously, it matters. What is that? Scotch tape?
It's for your mouth. Let me know if you need a bigger piece.
In the criminal space, we hear this the most, which is like, don't say anything, shut up. But this goes into the areas that I play in, which is entertainment and business. Stop talking. Stop volunteering information, especially if you're in a dispute, if you are trying to negotiate to get a good deal. Little pro tip, you want to pick a lawyer who's very, very calm and like even keel on their emotions. The lawyers that get really revved up and they're easily triggered, they're the ones that end up saying too much because they're so lost in their emotional reactions.
See, the problem was the fan wasn't working properly, so you gotta get up here, right? And it's not moving properly, right? So
you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of just being a lawyer. The bottom line is that you are the problem solver for your clients, and so when a problem comes up, it's usually not the most convenient time. So you're getting messages from your clients on weekends and holidays, and especially in the entertainment and the business spaces. I mean, we're international, so we're doing deals all over the world all the time, which means every once in a while your life gets a little disrupted. Oh, I saw this one. Can I tell you? Yes. This is how it goes. Especially when, like, as lawyers, you work virtually so much. You don't often get to go face to face. Again, you think of like these lawyer shows where they're showing up at each other's houses and their offices. And what I found is that there's someone, like the person who's yelling the most on the other side, and they're making the most threats, and especially the years of experience. Early in my career, I can't tell you how many people always pulled the, in all my 20 years of lawyering, 30 years of lawyering, sometimes 40 years of lawyering, I have never, and then they would try dressing me down because I was like, we need this, you need to comply here, whatever. And so doing a lot of yipping, a lot of threatening, and then something comes up, like, I don't know, you have a phone call, you have a face-to-face meeting, you jump on a Zoom. So in other words, they can't just be a keyboard warrior anymore, and the screen door gets opened, and this is what happens. All right, so what I can compare this to is when we file stuff in cases, and the other side, literally, I just read something this morning, and the attorney was basically calling me a liar to the court. And attorneys have a way of doing this where they become very underhanded. They start like insulting and name calling and all this stuff. It doesn't make you look very good to the court, in my opinion, when you do this, but nonetheless. And so when an attorney is gonna kind of insult you in that way, and then you have like a call that you guys need to get on, because for example, your clients are trying to work out the case. It's something like that. You said what? You didn't think I was gonna read that? You didn't think I had a response? I promise the awkward moments are real. That actually made me think of like when my little sister or someone in my family comes to me and they need help. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I have this situation. So me sitting there and looking at the receipts, looking at the chat, finding all the ways to destroy the other side. That is the benefit of having a lawyer that's in your family.
I work a 9-to-5 job. Really, it's like an 8-to-6 if you include commute. It's an 8-to-7 if I get held up in a meet. I'm gonna die there.
So as you guys know, I'm the owner of my firm, and someone said something to the effect of, this was Lori, actually, it was Lori from Shark Tank. So she said, you work 80-hour weeks, so you don't have to work 40 hours a week doing a thing that you hate. And it's so true. Not only do I work the 80 hours, but I also do other things as a music creator. I put out music. I really love to help music creators, so I have my podcast. All we do here is work, and I love it.
Can you hand me the scissors? Thank you.
And yeah, forever. Oh my goodness. This is like when you're flowing as a lawyer. That's what this is.
Dang it.
Alright, the closest thing I can compare that to is where, like, you've been researching something that you have to file with the court for, like, 50 hours. I'm not kidding about that. And then you start finding your flow. It's like this magical thing. And then you run into that one case that ruins it all.
So now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide.
Oh my goodness.
Believe what I say.
Here's what I can offer, you know, for brand building, for all of our clients who have different businesses and who try creative things that are just so funny and unexpected. I know this is a viral trend, but actually it just got me thinking about how important it is to show up online. I mean, even for the content that I do in the realm of stuff that's just ancillary, trying to do a video that's kind of fun and lighthearted. I guess what I'm saying is that if you're watching this, this is your sign. You need to be making more content for your career, your business. And if you guys like this type of video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. It will be good feedback. I'm Miss Crystal, and I'll see you on the next one.